Welcome back, everyone. Today we have something a little different, men's brows. And I want to start by saying, this is probably one of the most underrated services in any beauty salon. People assume brow work is just for women, but a clean, well-shaped brow can completely transform a man's face without looking done. Natural, neat, effortless. That's the whole philosophy here. Before I touch a single hair, I clean the brow area thoroughly with a gentle cleansing shampoo. Men's brow hairs tend to be coarser and denser, and they trap more oil and build up. If you skip this step, your wax won't grip properly. It's worth the 2 minutes. After cleansing, I apply a light moisturizing component before we get into the wax, especially important for men, because wax without preparation means more irritation, more redness, slower recovery. Now I'm beginning the actual correction. The first thing I do is define the natural line, where the brow actually wants to sit. With men, you never want to create something architectural or geometric. We're removing what doesn't belong to the natural form, not redesigning the entire brow. The key word in men's brow work is restraint. I'm working with a soft wax here, applied in the direction of hair growth. With male clients, I always use gentler, more sensitive formulations. The application is precise, small strips, targeted areas, no aggressive sweeping motions. You know what I find interesting? People think brow work is mostly about removing hair, but a significant part is deciding what to leave. Every hair that stays is a deliberate choice, because it contributes to the shape, adds density in the right place, or fills a gap that would look empty. At this stage, I'm continuing the wax depilation very carefully. Men's skin is not accustomed to this kind of treatment the way many women's skin is, so I move slowly, check the reaction after each strip, and pay close attention to how the skin is responding. Here's a professional insight that many newer technicians miss. The skin tension matters enormously. When you remove the strip, you support the skin with your free hand, holding it taut in the opposite direction. This dramatically reduces discomfort and prevents microtrauma that causes prolonged redness. Clients notice the difference and they come back because of it. I also want to mention, I'm not touching the upper line at all. This is intentional. On male clients, the upper brow line should almost never be touched with wax. It creates an instant feminizing effect that most male clients absolutely do not want. All our work is focused below the brow, in the interzone, and at the inner corner if needed. Now I'm moving to the apex, the highest point of the brow arch. This is the most visually important zone in any brow work. A well-defined apex creates structure, lifts the eye, and gives the brow intentional design without looking artificial. For men, the apex tends to sit more centrally than for women, and the arch is much flatter. I'm working both sides symmetrically, alternating between left and right every few strips. This is critical. If you finish one side completely before moving to the other, you lose your reference point. Working both sides in parallel lets you constantly compare and correct as you go. The apex zone requires very precise wax application, smaller strips, more controlled movements. I check the face from a slight distance after each pass. The goal isn't mathematical perfection, faces aren't symmetrical, but visual harmony. We're in the shape cleaning phase. The main bulk of unwanted hair is gone, and I'm refining, smoothing edges, evening up minor inconsistencies, making the line look intentional rather than accidental. Think of it like editing. The first pass gets the ideas out, and this pass makes it readable. I get asked constantly, won't it look like he got his brows done? The honest answer is, only if it's done poorly. When the correction is natural, when it respects the original structure, when it simply removes excess and tidies what's there, nobody will know. They'll just think he looks more put together, more professional, more awake, and that's exactly what we want. Detailing is everything. I'm working through the finer points, small individual hairs the wax didn't fully remove, slight irregularities in the contour line, any areas where the edge isn't as clean as I want it. This is where patience really pays off. I'm using very small wax applications here, almost spot treating individual zones, and between passes, I'm constantly assessing from a natural viewing distance, not just hovering over the face, but stepping back and looking the way a person standing in front of the client would see them. Have you ever tried this yourself? It completely changes how you assess your work. You catch asymmetry immediately, things you simply cannot see up close. Now I'm working on the tails, the end sections of the brows. These are often neglected, but they make a huge difference. A tail that fades naturally creates elegance. A tail that's abruptly cut or poorly defined makes the entire brow look unfinished. For men, the tail typically extends further than for a female client, again to preserve that masculine quality. I'm very careful not to shorten it unnecessarily, just cleaning the area around it, removing strays that have wandered outside the intended line. After each side, I step back and compare. Are the tails at the same height? Do they extend to approximately the same point? Do they fade at the same rate? These are the questions I'm constantly asking, and honestly, even after years of this work, I always check. The moment you stop checking is the moment you stop improving. We're in the final phase. The wax has done its main work, and now I'm switching to tweezers for precision finishing. Tweezers let me address individual hairs too small or isolated to be removed with wax, the tiny ones right at the edge, the ones underneath the hairs you want to keep. This is where the quality of the result is really decided. Once I'm satisfied with the shape and symmetry, I finish with a brow gel. For male clients, I use clear gel, very light hold. The point isn't dramatic styling, it's grooming. Lay down the hairs in their natural direction, add subtle definition, create a polished finish that looks like the brows simply grew that way, and that's the result. Natural, groomed, masculine, no trace of overdone, just a man who looks like he takes care of himself. If you found this useful, leave a comment below, and if you're in the industry, share this with colleagues who haven't yet started offering men's brow services. It's a growing market, and clients who discover it almost always come back. See you in the next one.